Yo guys, what's going on? So more so than a deck profile, I kind of just want to talk about the new starter deck, both the Imperialdramon and the Mastemon stuff, and just kind of talk about what like maybe additions you can make to it. And so what I have here is basically just like a 2 times starter deck build. So like literally just like basically four of like every card in the starter deck. And this is probably what I would play if I had like no access to like no other cards, right? Basically, just like four of all the rookies, because the Tsukaimon can search you cards. The Salamon's the best one for sure because it's got the you can like DNA Digivolve during the end of your turn. And then you've got like four of the Wizardmon. Gatomon definitely the best champions because the Wizardmon is dual colored, printed dual color, as well as the Gatomon. And the Gatomon is, boy, this card is crazy on play. Not only is she a searcher, so potential +2 if you get a yellow and purple Digimon, which is not like trait restricted, by the way, like the Tsukaimon, which only says, I believe, like Angel, Fallen Angel, yeah, or Archangel, but this one just grabs any yellow purple, and then also has the end of the turn effect and the effect where if you digivolve her into a angel or a fall angel like the Lady Devimon or the Andromon here, you get to reduce the cost by 2. So essentially, you get to like play this, set up for your like DNA plays, and then evolve for a cost of 1, and then go into a Mastemon probably afterwards. So lots of cool utility cards. We also get new security Digimon in this starter deck. So in addition to having like Geogreymon and Cordramon, we also get Witchmon, and then I think the green one is called Sneemon. We'll see that in a second. This one's not the best. You do get to play it for free at security. So like I said, if you're just rocking the pure starter deck, this is pretty decent. Getting to just play out like a champion for free, and then possibly evolving an next turn, go into a Mastemon. That's basically all you want to do in the new starter decks. Is you literally just want to like turbo out your Jogris target, whether it's Imperialdramon or Mastemon in this case. So then this Wishmon lets you return a level 5 or lower purple card from your trash can, which is actually pretty decent. Getting to recycle your cards is nice. And then for the actual ultimates, Mastemon is pretty okay. Being able to just pop a rookie, being a 6 cost is kind of not the best, but you honestly like hard playing these, and then like end of turn DNA Digivolving is a pretty decent play. I think we might see like a resurgence in the 5 cost ultimate, like the 5 cost vanillas, stuff like what was the like Sirenmon, Skullmarimon, I think is the purple one. Just because you can like if you've got an inherited that says end of your turn, you can just like play those, like put it over to your opponent to 3, 4, 5, whatever, and then just go into a Mastemon and then like Jogris and pop their stuff, bring back a Digimon. It's really, really cool stuff. And then we got Lady Devimon, who's got the 1 Digivolving. You can discard a card. Again, another searcher. So definitely want to include this because it ups the consistency. And then it just has the random, like, your turn, all your yellow Digimon gain retaliation. And then the Andromon is really, really crazy because it gives all your purple Digimon, or sorry, it gives this Digimon, if you have purple Digimon, security attack +1. So going into a Mastemon for 0, and then like attacking, checking 2 is pretty crazy. Especially, I don't know if I've talked about it on the channel, but the way DNA Digivolution works is like when you evolve into 1 Digimon from 2 stacks, it basically resets all status effects, which includes like summoning sickness. So sometimes if you like attack with a Lady Devi, like attack with an Anjumon, DNA into a Mastemon, it unsuspends, and then it can attack, and then now it has security attack +1. You can do some serious damage with like this deck. You got some aggressive plays as well as like control plays, but Anjumon's nice because you get security attack -2 on something. Junimon is just like a secondary mega that you can play. I don't really think it's necessary. You usually don't want to really evolve into her. She has retaliation, and then 1 Digivolving, you can trash top 3 cards of your deck, and then add any Digimon from your trash area. And this is pretty decent, I think, in tandem with like Andromon, just being able to get a security attack +1 like Retaliator is pretty good. But realistically, the only Digimon you're going to want to go into is Mastemon. So Mastemon has a couple really good effects. DNA Digivolve, a level 5 yellow and a level 5 purple, and then that costs 0. When you Digivolve her, you can place a yellow purple Digimon from your trash on top of your security stack face down. So essentially recovering you 1, but if she was DNA Digivolve, which is pretty much always what you want to do, you get to then look at your security stack, play level 5 or lower, and then shuffle your security stack. Now keep in mind the level 5 or lower gets their on play effect, so if you play something like an Andromon, you then get to proc effective security attack -2, or if you play like a Godamon, you get to then search some cards. Now that's already like really good, but then of course all turns when you play another Digimon by an effect, you delete a Digimon on your opponent's field with a level equal to or less than the level you played. So if you play a Andromon, you get to pop a level 5 or lower, which again is pretty crazy board removal. Keep in mind that that's all turns, by the way, so if somehow like if your opponent like runs into a security card that like plays a Digimon from your trash, let's say like an Underworld's Call or something, you get to still like pop one of the Digimon because it's during their turn as well. And then Darkness Wave here is pretty decent, being able to just recycle cards, but Chaos Degrade is really the card you want to use. So this card says place one of your opponent's Digimons at the top or bottom of their security stack, and then if you did, you get to trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So this offers a lot of utility when you like in the form of a removal card, because it doesn't destroy it, or like it doesn't delete, it doesn't even bounce to the hand. It's a very, very unique spot removal card in that it just like puts them on top of the security stack. So this gets around like every protection effect in the game. So it's really cool for that reason. But then that's like reason number one. Reason number two it's good is because you get to choose whether that Digimon goes to top or bottom. So if you just don't want to hit it in security, like let's say it's like a really big Digimon or maybe has a security effect or something, you can just put it on top and then trash the top. But if it's like Digimon that you don't mind being in security, like if you're just trying to go for a game like maybe in an opponent's Mastemon or something, you can just put on the bottom and then trash the top, potentially getting more value by trashing other security effects. And then now you know their last card in security, so you can kind of play around that. So I think Chaos Degrade is really, really sick. And then I did want to talk about just like other cards you can include. As far as the star deck goes, that's it. But then BT8 gets us a lot of new dual color support. So there is stuff like the Candlemon here, where once per turn, when you play another purple Digimon, gain a memory is a cool inherited. And then a Black Godamon here has Rush, so this probably will replace Promote in this deck specifically, just because it is a yellow-purple printed card. And playing this off of a Mastemon, like going into a Mastemon for 0, Digivolving it, playing this out, having Rush, and then possibly like going into another Joker's play the following turn is really, really crazy. Not to mention it's searchable by like every, not every card, because it's not like an angel or anything, but it is searchable by your regular Gachumon. And then another really, really cool option card here, this is BT8 Flame Hellscythe. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6,000, and then you may play a yellow or purple Digimon with 6,000 or lower DP from playing from your trash without paying its memory cost. So two things. One, you get to just kill a 6,000 or lower, which is already crazy. Well, maybe for 6 cost that's not like that good, but it is really solid. And then you can play a Digimon that gets its on play, and 6,000 or lower is a cool threshold because it actually includes a decent amount of level 5s. So it does include both Andromon and Lady Devimon. So if you can like do this, pop one of your opponent's Digimon and then play like an Andromon from your trash and then get its on play, or better yet, get something like a Magna Angemon, because I do believe Magna Angemon is a 6,000 DP, so that is a really, really cool threshold. Being able to pop a Digimon, play this, recover one, and then if you got a Mastemon on fill 2, then you get to pop something else. And speaking of that, another cool card that I think is going to be included in this deck is going to be Lucemon Chaos Mode. So if you do have the resources to get a Chaos Mode or two, playing this in Mastemon is crazy because it does get its on play. So you can Mastemon, bring this back, pop something off Lucemon, pop something off Mastemon, and then you've got a Jogress target for next turn, because Lucemon can actually be evolved into like a Digimon unsimilar to like the regular Lucemon, right? Because this guy doesn't let you like evolve into anything aside from a Lucemon. But anyways, so that's kind of the idea of the yellow-purple deck. Let me know which other cards you think you guys think could be included in the deck. And then now over to Imperialdramon. Now, Imperialdramon, I'm no expert at this deck, but I think there is definitely a lot of improvement that can be done from just the starter deck. So like the Mastemon build, it's basically just like 4 of every rookie, your Searcher, your end of turn DNA Digivolver, and then 4 of all the champions, which I think these champions are pretty solid as well. The XVmon and Stingmon. Not only do they have the effect where you can like reduce their play cost, so essentially making this a 3 and a 3 cost, so being able to like bring out a champion from your breeding area, play another champion for 3, and then immediately DNA Digivolve without passing turn is really, really cool. But then this one also gives your Imperialdramon plus 1,000, which is nice because you're usually swinging at security with that. And then the Stingmon gives your the effect of like drawing a card, so that's always nice. And then, oh yeah, this is the security Digimon I was talking about, which is actually kind of cool. I don't know if this card will be like amazing or not. I really haven't looked into it too much as far as the Japanese meta goes. Let me know what you guys think on Sneemon, because I do think he's a pretty. It can save you some games. It's like that flower cannon effect in security, right? So I think that's pretty cool. But your main boss monster here is Imperialdramon. So as opposed to Mastemon, which is trying to DNA into a level 6, you are going into a level 5. So it does make your deck a little bit quicker. I think it takes a little bit less time to get set up because your like your level threshold is lower. Imperialdramon has a cool effect where, of course, when you DNA Digivolve him, you don't pay anything, he unsuspends, and then when you Digivolve him, you get to bottom deck as 6,000 or lower. So again, the 6,000 threshold is popping up again, where it does encompass some level 6s, especially in a meta where other people are playing like the Mastemon deck and Magna Angemon, Lady Devimon, etc. That can be pretty big, getting rid of a Jogress target, and then also just once per turn unsuspend this Digimon. So Imperialdramon gets to attack twice, and then of course if you DNA Digivolve it, it doesn't have summoning sickness, so it can attack immediately, regardless if like even if like you hard played both the other level 4s that turn, you can still attack with the Imperialdramon, which is pretty crazy. And then you got Dinobemon, who's definitely still solid, but probably the least good DNA Digivolve Digimon, just because he's got like a Puppetmon effect where you just like suspend something and it doesn't unsuspend, which is again cool. 0 cost ultimates are always cool, but your main star is Imperialdramon. And then you also have a really, really cool follow-up in the form of Imperialdramon. So when Digivolving, just a simple and clean effect, you may play a blue and green level 4 lower Digimon underneath this card as other Digimon without paying their cost. So this gets you a +2. As soon as you Digivolve them, you can just like bring out your dudes that you just used to DNA Digivolve. So a common play you can do is like, bring out a champion, play a champion, DNA Digivolve, bottom deck something, swing, go into Imperialdramon, and then bring back the Stingmon, XVmon, or whatever targets you use to play that DNA Digivolve, and then you've got 3 Digimon on field already set up for your next DNA Digivolution. So really, really cool. And then there's also this security attack +1, randomly this Green Kuwagumon, which is kind of like a fusion between the other 2 we already have. It has Sec attack +1 inherently, and then when Digivolving, you get 4,000 for the turn. So maybe this card will be decent. I don't think it's bad, but it's just a starter deck Mega. So anyways, and then we got Mega Death here, which is a dual color option cards, which again, to remind you guys about the dual color option cards, you do need both colors to be able to like trigger their effect, like both colors on your field. So you need both a blue and a green, and then so you can suspend a Digimon and then bounce back one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to its owner's hand. So it's a pretty solid effect for a 5. It's basically a 5 cost Cocytus Breath, with some extra utility, being able to just like suspend stuff randomly. So this is really sick. And then there's also like Hell Masquerade, which this card is like a 1 cost like option card that gives your guy piercing, which is kind of cool. Not sure how much that would come up, or if you would actually play it in the deck, but lots and lots of additions. First of all, you are definitely going to want to play Davis, probably like 3 to 4 copies of this card, just because it's a +2 and basically everything, because the printed, now you have printed blue and green colors, so it can count as both, so you can get like 2 Imperialdramons or a Imperialdramon Stingmon or whatever combination of guys you want. And then you're probably going to want to play the EX1 cards as well. Definitely the EX1 XVmon, because he's got jamming, and then you get something, you give something jamming with his inheritance, so you can possibly give Imperialdramon a jamming, and then swinging 2 times is really, really crazy. Not sure if you even play like the regular dragon mode or any of that stuff anymore. Maybe in like a Imperialdramon build, but probably if you're not, like, probably not if you're like just focused on like Jogressing into like a level 5. I don't think you need that. And then of course you just need like generically like good blue cards, like what's it called, like Hammer Spark and Ice Wall for sure. Like there's no reason to not play these cards if you can play this. Blue Memory Boost probably gonna be pretty solid as well. I think you probably want to play a lot of like search cards. You do have the Vmon here, but I think the Mastemon deck has a little bit more searching. So you definitely want to see all your combo pieces in time for like to get your Joker summoning out. So anyways, guys, that is going to be the video. I think that's probably all I want to talk about. Like I said, just kind of want to talk about the new mechanics, the new star decks, and let me know which deck you guys are going to pick up. I will probably have at some point some gameplay of both Mastemon and Imperialdramon, so check that out if you would like. But anyways, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.